Hey everybody, welcome. It is Timmy here and it is Sunday night, so you know what that means. It means it's our giveaway night for all of you that have been doing such an awesome job all week, sprinkling the chalk love throughout the Facebook universe. I appreciate it. I have entered you into tonight's drawing, which we'll do at the end of our project. Tonight we're going to be working on our Life is Better with a Dog transfer. Hey Barbara, welcome. So nice to have you. And we are going to actually create a little leash holder for our little furry friend. So whether you have a cat or a dog, some I know of my friends have cats that use leashes. I'm not sure if you're one of them. Hey Tracy, welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. It was so lovely out here today in Connecticut. I hope it was lovely where you are too. And I'm just going to get us set up here so that we can see what we're doing together. And if you notice, you'll see my little truck over in the corner, and he's filled up with all the names from the folks who have done such an awesome job sprinkling. Tracy, thanks for more sprinkling today. Barbara, thank you so much for that too. I hope you guys will like this project. It's super cute. And all I'm using is a piece of wood board that I had left over from when I made one of my porch signs. So it's super easy to use. You can just go to your local store and find it. So it's right there for you. And I confess I did a little prep work on it, but I get this actually already primed, so you can actually just, hey Cheryl, you can just use it as is. But you know what, it's always a little safer to make sure you kind of prep the surface the way you like it before you get started on your project. So this was basically just a wood board. It looked like this on the other side. I didn't do anything to this side. I sanded it a tad. Hey Margaret, welcome. Thanks for coming today. And what I did was I just gave this a quick sanding just to smooth it down, and then I painted the rough edges. So that's it, nothing fancy. And then I did wax it. And then when I waxed it, I said, you know what, I'd kind of like to give this a little whitewash feel. So I, just with a dry bristle brush, I just used some chalk paint. So not our chalk paste, but you certainly could use that if you wanted to, but I actually had some chalk paint lying around, so I just dry brushed it. And then I put one more layer of wax on it just to keep it nice and smooth. So that's all I did to this. Now, like I said, you could totally use the other side like this, already primed, and not have to do a thing to it. I just wanted to go and kind of give it a little dimension, and so if you can kind of see up close, that dry brush looks kind of just gives it a kind of rustic feel. You're not very good at layering? Okay. Well, there's a couple of tricks to layering, Barbara, so I'll be sure to share them with you, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that the layers work well. That's the other reason why it's a great idea to use wax, because wax is a little bit forgiving, and if you need to have a little wiggle room, wax will give you a little bit of that. So hey Elaine, welcome, thanks for joining. Now Elaine just picked up this cute transfer from my chalk site yesterday, so I'm glad that we're going to get a chance to do this one together so she can see how it works. And you know what, I'm going to pop around here for a sec and bring my camera just a little bit closer to us so that we can get a better view without me. There we go. Oh, that's much better already, isn't it? Yeah, all right, awesome. Hey Jamie, welcome, our newest designer to our team. So wonderful to have you here and watching. Thanks so much. And looks like Cheryl's saying hi to Faith, so Faith must be here as well. One of the things that I find that when I do my lives and I use this ability to do the picture-in-picture like you see here, is that I cannot see people who are coming in unless they comment. So if you're here and you're watching, say hi. That way I'll know that you're here, and I'll be able to say hello to you, because otherwise I don't see you. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. It's a funny Facebook thing, I guess. So thank you for that sprinkling, Cheryl. You want both the cat and the dog, huh? Yes, the cat is super cute too. I didn't pull that transfer out, but it's very similar. But of course, instead of the dog, it's a cat, and it says cat down here. And it's got little fishies instead of the little paw prints. So it's super cute. Hey, thanks for sprinkling. Okay, so this is what we call a C-size transfer. So when you get it, it's actually 2 pieces. I have actually used this already, so I've cut it in half. You'll see that at the bottom corner there is a little number. So that tells you which one goes down first. And number 2 is right here. The other thing that you'll see is that there are these registration marks, and that is so that you'll know when you go to layer the second one over it, you'll know kind of exactly where to line it up. Now, the problem is that the registration marks are outside the size of the board that I'm using, so they're not going to help me much. So we're just going to have to eyeball it. This is, just so you know, an 8-inch wide board, and like I said, this is the one that I use when I make my tall porch signs. Oh, and Zoe's going to talk to us today. It is definitely a little bit narrower than, say, like our wood pallet board, which is a great surface, by the way, to make this on. And of course, any of our 9x12 surfaces are also really great too. Hey Eva, welcome. You have the dog life. Oh, that's awesome. And you did a project for your niece. That is so cool. Barbara, I guess I didn't even know that you snuck that one through and got this one too. Good for you. You're going to make a birthday present for your daughter. Oh, you're doing it on the pillowcase. Oh, that's why you got the bark. Very cool. Bark is actually the name of the color, the brown color of the chalk paste. All right, so anyway, so enough chitter chatter. Let's get started, right? So, of course, I want to get our fuzzing cloth out here. And again, you know, because even though I have used this one time before, it's always a good idea to fuzz your transfer, especially when you're using it on a surface that, you know, may pull up. And, you know, this is a painted surface. This is not a chalk couture surface, as we just talked about. It's just a wood board that I had. So, and I did put some paint on it. So just to protect our transfer, we're just going to fuzz this pretty well. And that way we will make sure that we won't pull up the chalk paint that's underneath. So that's just a good thing, or good tip to kind of think about. The other thing that you kind of want to think about before you get going is what colors you're going to want to use for what areas. Because, oh, this is so cute. And the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure that when I put this on here, yep, they still have enough room up there, which I do. Now again, if you're using the registration marks, you don't have to really eyeball it like me, but I am eyeballing it because I am not using the registration marks. As you'll see, yeah, this one's a little bit almost off. And this one's here, but this one's off. So I could use 2 of them. Now, if I did use 2 of them, what I'd want to do is, because I don't want to put the registration marks on this surface because I won't be able to erase them, I could use a piece of tape. You can use painter's tape, or you can use our placement tape for that, and put it right underneath. And that way, when you go to chalk, you'll chalk on the tape instead of actually on the surface. And that will just allow you to be able to make sure that you are lined up. But I'm just, as I told you, we're just going to wing it. So I have a couple colors out. I have black, which I think I'm going to do for my words where it says life is better. And I think I'll also use it for his eye and his mouth. And then I have our bark. And of course, I'm going to use that because my dog Zoe is a chocolate. Oh, the live button is blocking my face. Oh, all right. So let me see. Thanks, Shell. Let's see. So if I move this down here, is it better? Oh, but now you see me instead of, hold on. Yes, so my nails, Shelly's here, so she'll laugh. She won't laugh. These are actually Color Street. I tried them for the first time. They are polish. I've never used them before, but I'm trying them because I'm trying to stop biting my nails again. And hopefully I'm going to be successful. It's been 2 weeks in, so it's been good. And you just press them on, and press on the polish. I didn't do a perfect job, but it definitely is kind of fun. So thanks for noticing, guys. And yeah, so they come in solids and glitters, and then you can do some of these funny designs too. So I hope that that is better. Oh, good, Shelly. I'm glad. Oh, that's good to know. So you can't see me when I'm in that corner. Good to know. All right. So anyway, so we have our bark, which is the chocolate color. And hey, Dawn. And the chocolate color is perfect because I have a chocolate Cocker Spaniel. That's Zoe. That's who we're woofing. I also have our iced coffee. This is actually one of our retired colors, but if you liked it, something you could use the almond, which is a similar color. And then I have our raspberry sorbet, and I'm going to use that for the collar and probably for the dots. Now I know, so I'm definitely doing brown for his main color. I think I'm going to use the black for the word dog. And I think I'm going to use our iced coffee for the paw prints. That's what I'm going for. So it's always good to kind of have a plan, because that way you won't be kind of thinking about it as you're trying to apply the paste and then worrying that your paste is going to dry before you're ready. I know, Shelly. You know what? I'm so glad you introduced me to Color Street so that I could try it. I was actually really intending to use it just because I really needed a serious pedicure. And I did use it for that. But you know what? It actually is fun for the nails too, and it kind of reminds me to keep my fingers out of my mouth. So that's always a good thing. Right now especially, right? Oh my gosh, so you guys, last night, have you guys watched Contagion? I know the iced coffee is so pretty. It is unfortunately no longer available online, but I do have one jar left. So if someone is dying to have the iced coffee, let me know and I can get that to you. Okay, so I gotta know. Last night, I don't know why I did it. It was probably because Matt Damon was in it, but I watched Contagion. Did anybody watch Contagion? My husband and I, he was not really watching totally. He was mostly, I don't know, sleeping or listening to music or something. But we realized it was made like 10 years ago, but they're using some of the same terminology that we're in right now. And it was kind of spooky. We were like, ooh, so strange. So I don't know. Would I recommend watching it? Well, like I said, it was Matt Damon, so, you know, that's always good, although he wasn't looking as, you know, awesome as he usually does. But I guess, you know, who's going to look awesome when you are in the middle of a epidemic, which that's what the whole movie was about. Very spooky, though. If you watch it, you're kind of like, was it predicting the future? I don't know, maybe. So I am going to do what we call the chalk and pull method, meaning I am going to pull back this transfer for this area that I just did and just gently lay it back down. That way, as I'm chatting with you, I am not going to be too worried about this drying before I am ready. And you know what? I think that's all I'm using this brown for. So I might as well go ahead and put my cover on it. I have my fan on, which I am super happy about because this room was super stuffy this was my daughter's room before when she was living at home, and I converted it over into my studio. That's what my husband calls it. I kind of think that sounds pretty awesome. Like, I have a studio. But she always complained about how hot it was in this room. And like about now would start saying, can we put the air conditioner in the window now? And we'd be like, no, you cannot. Now I totally understand, because the room really heated up today when it hit 80 degrees. So I can just imagine what it's like when it is even colder. Or warmer, I should say. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to add, as I said, the iced coffee here for the paw prints. And again, just going to pull back so you can see. Cute, cute, right? I do love this iced coffee, and especially on white, it really pops. I think it's kind of cute. Now, the other thing that's kind of cool as I'm doing this is that it gives me some opportunity to let this dry, because we're going to have to make sure this is thoroughly dry before we add our second layer. That's really one of the big keys about layering with Chalk Couture. You really want to make sure that your paste is dry before you add your second layer. And if you don't, then that's where you're going to run into the problems. The other thing that you need to know about when you are working with layers is, one, you want to make sure that the consistency of your chalk paste is thin enough. If it's too thick, it's going to be harder to spread across your screen, and that means that you're going to run the risk again of having some bleed through and pull up the bottom layer. So those are a couple things to think about as you are working on this. Now, this needs to dry before we can move on to our second layer. So we can hurry it dry, but I also wanted to tell you how it is that we're going to transform this into a little holder. I found this little cute holder at the home goods store, and Mr. Steve was good to me and pre-drilled the holes for me. I just marked them, and this is going to go right at the bottom so I can hold Zoe's leashes by the door. So I'm going to put this actually on my screen porch, and I'll be able to put her leashes there so that when she wants to go out, we'll have that leash right nearby. Isn't that cute? All right, so you'll notice there's this little indentation here. Can you see that part? That's actually part of his collar, so that is totally where that's supposed to go, so that's good. When I first did this, I was like, what is that? Did I miss a spot? Nope, I didn't miss a spot. That is part of where his chain is going. So let me tell you, May has been a crazy month already. Has it been crazy for you guys too? Here at Chalk Couture, we have so many awesome things going on in May that I wanted to share with you. First and foremost, we have a brand new Club Couture transfer that's coming out on the 5th. Matter of fact, you guys are going to die. Listen when you hear this. Today I found out that it was so popular that the ability to add it on, if you hadn't been a subscriber, is not possible because it's sold out already. So you can still sign up to be a Club Couture subscriber, but you have to, you are not going to be able to get the add-on, the current month's add-on transfer, because it's sold out. So if you were to sign up for Club Couture this month, your subscription would start next month. And we don't know what next month's transfer is going to be, but I'll tell you what, these have been so darn popular that they're just flying out. So last month, as you know, was our cute little vintage typewriter. This month, I think if you are in my VIP group, you will have seen that I posted what this month's design is, and though if you're a club subscriber, yay, good for you, because you're gonna get it. But if you're not, don't miss out on next month's and sign up to be a Club Couture member, because not only is it awesome to be a Club Couture member, but you get 50% off this month any items in our last chance section on my website. So go check out the last chance section when you get a minute on my Chalk Couture site and see all the goodies that are in there. And imagine if you are a Club Couture subscriber, you would get 50% off any and all of those that are still available in stock. Now, they do fly out also. So it's kind of a first come, first serve. But if you see some really good deals in there and you want them, go grab them before they're gone. So Cheryl is one of my new Club Couture subscribers. She just joined last month, and she'll be getting this month's in the mail here. They ship on the 5th of the month, so soon it'll be on her way. So she got it, and she will be able to take advantage of that 50% off sale. So that's super awesome. The other thing that's awesome is that they have updated our new designer kit. And if you've been watching me and you kind of think, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun, I want to do that too, then you can actually sign up to be a designer. Right now, things are just really booming online. There's just a lot of people watching and purchasing, looking for things to keep themselves occupied while we are homebound. So it's really a great time to start a business and earn a little extra money. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'd be happy to send you information about our new designer kit that went live on May 1st. I know, Tracy, you did get some. That is so awesome. I'm so happy for you. So Tracy is another one of our club members, and she got some of those 50% off deals. The other thing that happened on May 1st was we had a few retired transfers that came back. They opened up the vault, and Chalk Couture opened up the vault and released 3 of our very popular transfers. And 2 of them in just 2 days have already sold out. So the last one at last look that is still available is the boho flowers. That was the one that I did on my last live on Friday night. So, oh, Elaine, thank you for telling your neighbor about Chalk Couture. You know what? If you haven't had a chance yet, there is a really awesome video on my page. You might have seen it already, and it is for it's showing how one of my designer friends' daughter, who's 7, created a cute little board on Chalk Couture. So it's a fun video. She might enjoy seeing it just to kind of get a sense of, can her daughter do it? Okay, so my problem, as we know, is that I didn't have my registration mark, so I have to remember kind of where this is going to go. And part of what's going to help me with this a little bit is these dots, because I know that these dots go right in the middle of my letters. And I can see where my nose goes. It's right there. And we're almost there, I think. That's one of the great things about these would be adhesive, right? We can definitely move them around. Oh, I think that's it. I think I got it. It's always good when it kind of gets where you want it to go. So, yep. Okay, so these are our words, our dogs. So these are going to be the little dots that are on the black, which I think this raspberry sorbet is really going to pop. I'm also going to use the raspberry for the collar. Maybe I'll take out this and be a little daring here. I'm going to do his ears in the lighter color, and his nose in black, his eye in black, and his mouth in black. And then maybe I'll just do this little ring here in his color. And so this is going to be black. All right, so let's start with our black. Still have it open here. And again, when we're working with layers, there's not this, actually this section right here that I'm working on isn't a layer. It's really just over the dog and then over the words at the bottom here that we're adding a second layer of paste. So you just want to make sure that your paste is nice and thin, and that, here we go, just to be on the safe side again. Look how cute, 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 right? Just make sure that you have a good consistency, and that you just quickly squeegee the paste over and then pull it up. And then you shouldn't have any problems with that. All right, so we're gonna do ears next. And they're right here. And again, this isn't a layer, so I don't really have to worry too much about this. I just don't want to get any black on there. So good thin layer and pull up. Cute, cute. It's coming. If I make a black dog, what colors would I use for the nose, mouth, and eye? Well, do you know what surface you're using it? Of course, if you're using, so you must be using a white surface. Okay, so let me think about that, right? I'd probably use like the iced coffee or the almond. If you don't have that, an off-white, that would work. Let's see, what else would I suggest there? Should we make his nose black, or should we make it, yeah, I think we should make it black too. I think my dog's gonna have a black nose, because she does have a black nose in real life. So I guess that only makes sense, right? So let me think about that, Elaine. Black dog. I think I'd or you know what, gray? Gray might work. Oops. I didn't line up his nose quite right. You know what? We'll just paint it and fix it. I'm not too worried about that. Sorry. I sometimes crack myself up because I'm so silly. All right. I need another squeegee. And I can't figure out what I did with my little tool pouch. I always seem to like move it, and then I can't find what I did with it. If you guys were in here and you could find it, that would be great. If you were a tool pouch, where would you be? Why am I not finding it? Because I put it way over across the room. That's why I can't find it. Every time I think I have everything right where I need it, I don't. Yeah, pink would be really cute. The pink nose on the black dog. I think that would be super cute. You could use gray. You could use an off-white, I think. I think any of those would be really great. It's a great question. All right. Oh, his nose. Oh, it's a nose. Okay, so I was going to try to keep that little ring part separate. So there we go, we have a little pink. It'd probably be better if I used this. It might just give me a little better control there. There we go. There he is. I'm going to put a little bit more pink to the end of that. There we go. Oh, doggy time. I know, Eva, it seems like no matter what, as organized as I try to be, as I get it all together, there's still things that I forget. And yeah, well, I guess that's just the way it goes. Life is that way, right? Can't be perfect. And there's no reason to be perfect. It's too stressful to be perfect, in my opinion. Because it's, you know what, not life and death, right? Definitely not life and death. There we go. He's coming out pretty cute. What do you think, guys? All right, and these bones, oh, you know what? I think we'll use the off-white for the or this charcoal, oh my goodness, this iced coffee for the bones too. That seems like it will make sense to me. So this layering really isn't all that hard, Barbara, because there's not really too much layering that you have to do. The only layering really is on the dog's mouth and the collar. That's it. You've misplaced your multi-tool. Oh yeah, you definitely got to find that. That's like one of my favorites. If it's MIA forever, I do have a few here, Elaine, so I can always drop one off for you if you need it. And then we're using the raspberry for the dots. And again, just quick swipe, because this is a layer, and we don't want to have too much or let it sit there too long. And I also find pulling it up slowly and gently also really helps. So that's it. Waxing, key. And you know what? The other thing that you can do too, if you're really nervous about pulling up the bottom layer, is you can actually wax in between layers. So once it's dry, you can, once your first layer is dry, you can actually go over it again with some wax. Now, Couture does have a little wax, like a chapstick kind of size that you could get if you want, but honestly, since I use it frequently enough, I just buy, you know, the tub of it at my home goods store. So, yeah, so there's the dog, right? And then the only thing we have to do is attach our little leash holder. So here we go. I know, Margaret, this is a cute one, isn't it? I think it's super cute. Now, Mr. Steve was nice to me and helped me pre-drill these holes, so this should go super fast, super easy. But yeah, this is fun. I like the color combination. It's kind of simple. It's got a little pop of color, and I think it's gonna look really cute to hang outside on my patio, so that when Zoe's ready for a walk, we can just grab her leash and go. And look it, I'm using a tool. All right, so it's just a screwdriver. So Eva, you did your background in red with a white dog. Oh, that is so cute. What a cute idea that is. Oops, there we go. Line this back up. There we go. And this cute little holder here, I just got at my home store. You know, in the area where you can get all the cabinet pulls and all that stuff. They had them right there. Couple dollars. Scrap piece of wood. And that's it. Cute, cute, cute. I love it. I think this is going to be super fun to put outside. Now, since I am going to put it outside, I do have some spray on acrylic spray, a mat that I'm going to use, and that'll protect it from the elements and keep it safe. But that's it. So I hope you had fun watching this one. I certainly had fun showing it to you. I hope you liked this project. Now, I know that there are a bunch of people who told me that they sprinkled or shared, and I want to make sure you get entered into this drawing tonight. So I've got my truck here, and I have got all these comments. Oh my goodness, you guys were chatty today. I'm so happy. I love chattiness. Okay, let's see. So I see that Barbara, I'm gonna put Barbara in here, and I saw Tracy sprinkled, so I'll add her to our giveaway drawing, and Margaret, and I think I saw Cheryl. Awesome, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Faith sprinkled. I need one more. There we go. There's Faith. She's in there. All right, let's see. Did I miss anybody else who sprinkled that you want me to add you into our drawing? If you are not a designer, I can definitely add you. I think I got everybody. I'm just scrolling through the comments in case I missed you. If I missed you or you do it after the fact, I'll just add you into next week's drawing. I do them every Sunday night. I know a little mason jar would be really cute to add to that. Absolutely. I've seen them. They have these little holders, Elaine, that you can use that go right around the rim of the mason jar, and you screw them right in. So it's like this little metal thing. Elaine, when I mean sprinkled, so every time that I go live, if you share this video to your timeline, you sprinkle it, and that gets you entered into my drawing for my sorry, I get entered into my giveaway that I do every Sunday. Do you want to do that and I can add you before I pick the winner? All right, I will let you think about that. I don't want to pressure you. And I've got all of my entrants in here. Here they are. And we're going to pick tonight's winner. And then you get a little happy mail from me. Oh, Mr. Steve is here. Should we let Mr. Steve pull our winner? What do you think? Oh, Tracy, did I add you in tonight? All right, I'm going to add Tracy in because I'm not sure if I remember saying Tracy's name when I was talking or writing it. Zoe's going to bark? Zoe's going to pick. Oh, Zoe's going to pick. No, she can't pick. Okay, all right, here we go. So, Mr. Steve, come on over this way. So you have to scoot down so we can all see you. Everybody say hi to Steve. Oh,
with my back.
Steve's had a bad back today, this weekend, so... Yeah, oh, now you're too short.
Not too short, but I can't see who...
Oh, wait. Elaine just said sure. So, Elaine, just share, and I will add you.
Elaine, you're killing me here.
We want to put you in. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so it always is interesting to see how it works. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now I got to mess him up again because Steve was... I messed Steve up. Okay, so here we go, Steve. Me hitting the door of the table. All right.
Faith.
Oh, Faith Sullivan is our winner.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Faith. Oh, I'm so happy for you. So, Faith, be sure to message me your address info, and I will send you out some happy mail. So, congratulations. Awesome, guys. All right, so here we go. Just a reminder, our last project here, this is what it looked like. And I am ready to hang it outside. I'm super excited. It was great to have you. And I hope you guys have a really great night. I will see you again, I hope tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. Until then, you guys, sleep well. Have a great evening. I know, congrats, huh, Margaret? Thanks, guys. Bye.